They told you, if you work hard and stay good, nothing can stop you. That sentence is a lie designed to keep you harmless. The world does not reward goodness. It rewards leverage. People who rise are not protected by fairness. They are protected by positioning. And the uncomfortable truth you already feel but never say out loud is this: most of the forces that seem to block you are not stronger than you. They are simply more realistic about how power works. You were taught to be sincere in a system that feeds on perception. You were taught to be open in a hierarchy that hunts exposure. You were taught morality before competence. And now you wonder why progress feels slow, why resistance keeps appearing, why every step forward feels contested. I'm not here to encourage you. I'm here to correct you. Nobody is holding you back. Nobody is breaking you. The uncomfortable truth is this: the cage you feel trapped in has no lock. And once you see why, your entire position in life starts to change. Nobody is stopping you. You are leaking weakness, not through failure, through reaction. You think honesty makes you trustworthy. It makes you predictable. You think openness makes you human. It makes you readable. You think friendliness builds connection. It builds access. Access is not power. Scarcity is. Machiavelli warned, in essence, that men judge more with their eyes than with their hands. Everyone sees you. Few touch your reality. Appearance is not decoration. It is the gateway. In this video, you will learn the exact power lessons Machiavelli hinted at but never said politely. You will understand why weak people stay controlled, why powerful people stay calm, and why force is rarely what actually wins. By the end, you will know how to become unbreakable without shouting, begging, or fighting anyone. This matters now because the world rewards perception, not effort, and perception can be engineered. Machiavelli never asked if something was fair. He asked if it worked. He would not fight resistance head-on. He would become unreadable. He would wear masks not because he was false, but because truth without timing is suicide. He understood that morality follows power. It does not precede it. First, control perception. Then reality bends. You do not convince people. You position yourself so they convince themselves. You do not chase respect. You remove access. You do not prove strength. You make others unsure where it begins. Now listen carefully as I unveil the hidden truth. The first illusion that keeps you weak. Let us start with the most dangerous lie you believe. You think power comes from strength, talent, or hard work. Machiavelli would quietly laugh at this. Power begins with how others read you. Look around. The loudest person is rarely the most powerful. The angriest person is usually the easiest to control. Here is the truth most people never notice. People do not respond to your intentions. They respond to your signals. If you look desperate, you get used. If you look reactive, you get tested. If you look emotional, you get played. Ask yourself this honestly. When people disrespect you, do they do it suddenly or do they slowly increase it? That is not an accident. Machiavelli observed that humans constantly probe for weakness, the way water looks for cracks, not because they are evil, but because it is instinct. And here is the uncomfortable part. Every time you explain yourself too much, you reveal fear. Every time you rush to be liked, you signal the value. Every time you react emotionally, you teach people how to control you. But there is a reversal coming. Because once you stop signaling weakness, something strange happens. People hesitate, and hesitation is the doorway to power. Hold that thought because the next rule changes how people treat you permanently. Secondly, here's why calm is more dangerous than aggression. Most weak people think power looks aggressive. Machiavelli knew better. Real power is predictable calm. Think about this. Who scares you more? The person who shouts every time or the person who goes quiet and watches? Aggression burns energy. Calmness stores it. When you react emotionally, you hand control to whoever triggered you. They decide your mood. They decide your behavior. Machiavelli warned that rulers fall not because they are attacked, but because they lose control of themselves. Here is a simple test. Next time someone disrespects you, delays you, ignores you, or provokes you, do nothing. Pause, observe. You will notice something powerful. They become uncomfortable. Why? Because they expected a reaction. and without it, they do not know their position anymore. This is not weakness. This is dominance without effort. Silence forces others to reveal their intentions. Words often hide them. Ask yourself, how many times has your anger cost you leverage? How many times has your explanation weakened your position? Powerful people do not rush to defend their image. They let others guess, and uncertainty makes people cautious. But calm alone is not enough. If you stop here, people may still try you. That is why the next rule is critical. Third, become hard to read, not hard to fight. Weak people try to appear strong. Powerful people become unreadable. Machiavelli understood one thing deeply. What people cannot predict, they respect. When others know exactly how you will react, they control you. When they do not, they adjust themselves around you. Think about poker. The player who shows emotion loses. The one who reveals nothing wins without force. Start doing this in real life. Stop oversharing your plans. Stop announcing your next move. Stop explaining your motives. Let your actions speak late, not early. Here is a practical shift you can use immediately. When someone asks you a question meant to test you, answer slowly, briefly, without emotion, not cold, not rude, controlled. You do not need to intimidate. You need to unsettle expectations. Machiavelli taught that fear is more reliable than love, but misunderstood fear is dangerous. Fear is not violence. Fear is uncertainty mixed with respect. When people cannot read you, they stop trying to manipulate you, because manipulation requires prediction. Now here is the part nobody tells you. Once you become unreadable, weak people will accuse you of changing. They will say you're distant, arrogant, cold. That is the cost of growth. But what replaces them is something better, leverage. And leverage leads us to the next rule. 4. Stop seeking fairness, start seeking position. This may be the hardest lesson to swallow. The world is not unfair. It is positional. Machiavelli never advised morality first. He advised survival first. Weak people argue about fairness. Powerful people adjust their position. If you keep losing, ask yourself this: where am I standing? Are you always available? Then your value drops. Do you always comply? Then your authority disappears. Do you always explain? Then your decisions look negotiable. Position is built by boundaries. Every time you say no calmly, your position rises. Every time you delay access to you, your value increases. Every time you walk away from disrespect, your status upgrades silently. Here is a mindset shift. You do not need people to like you. You need them to respect the consequences of crossing you. That does not mean threats. It means consistency. Machiavelli warned that inconsistency invites contempt. If you tolerate disrespect today and reject it tomorrow, you look weak. If you reject it every time, quietly, you look solid. Ask yourself, what do people lose if they treat you badly? If the answer is nothing, that is why they do it. But do not worry. The final rule ties everything together and makes you unbreakable. 5. The ultimate power move nobody talks about. Here it is. Detach your identity from outcomes. This is where most people collapse. They tie their self-worth to approval, success, relationships, or status. And whoever controls those controls them. Machiavelli knew this. The man who needs nothing is unstoppable. When you stop needing validation, people stop having leverage. When you stop chasing acceptance, people chase clarity from you. This does not mean you become empty. It means you become grounded. You act because it is aligned, not because it is approved. Notice this. The most powerful people rarely explain their choices. They decide, then let reality adjust. Once you internalize this, nobody can break you emotionally, because there is nothing to grab. Insults lose power. Manipulation fails. Pressure weakens. You become solid. And solidity is rare. Always remember, nobody can hold you back unless you hand them leverage. Nobody can break you unless you expose your center. Nobody can stop you unless you announce where to strike. Power does not announce itself. It arrives quietly and stays. Nobody can hold you back because control only works on those who react. Nobody can break you because calm dissolves manipulation. Nobody can stop you once your position, boundaries, and self-worth are no longer negotiable. Machiavelli did not teach cruelty. He taught clarity. Power is not loud. It is consistent, calm, and controlled. If this changed how you see the world, write one word in the comments: control. Like the video if you felt seen. What you heard today is surface level. The deeper mechanics cannot be shared publicly. Not because they are secret, but because most people misuse them. If you stay to the end, you are not most people. Subscribe if you are serious. There is a deeper inner level for those who understand that separation is protection. Final choice: victim or master, reactive or inevitable, invisible or respected. Make your choice.